Second drawback is what I said, platform and dependent. We came to know. Platform means we came to know. Second, security. So security means what? So first of all, in 1972 we don't have any security because on those days application were not secure. Apps were not secure in 1970s. Okay. What is the third drawback? Reusability. So I'll write here only, not secure. So application, if you develop once, we should be in a position to, we should reuse but not rewrite. Means what? If you are rewriting the code, it is not reusing. We are writing so many times. So this was the not feature of C language. So in order to overcome these three drawbacks, what they have done? So after C, who came into the picture? So they went to C++. So C++ was introduced by Strostrup in the year 1980s when he invented 85, we can call it as. He said he want to overcome the drawbacks of what C language, like what platform dependency he want to overcome, security he want to overcome, but he could not resolve these two. Then what he has done? He has resolved only reusability by introducing OOPS. OOPS stands for object-oriented programming. Under this, everything should be in the form of classes and objects. Now, class means what? Object is an instance of a class. So we have, apart from this, we do have and 4 major principles of C. Okay, encapsulation means hiding the code, abstraction, hiding the complexity of the code. Inheritance, base class, derived class, parent class properties belong to child class. Poly means many, morphism means methods, method overloading, method overriding. These concepts we will discuss where in detail we will discuss under C#.NET OOPS concepts. Okay, now this is one feature which was introduced by C++, but still we do have two drawbacks. What are those? Platform dependency and security. So who came after C? C++, who came means Java. So Java, when he has come, what did he say? Java came into the picture in 1995. It was introduced by James Gosling. So when he came, he said, why you are still working with platform dependent? We will make everything independent. Means what? Not only on one particular programming language, on any particular programming language, we should be, or any operating system, we should be in a position to work, he said. Second, he made security problems also overcome. So when I say platform independent, it not only runs on Windows, it runs on Linux, it runs on Unix, and it runs on Mac OS. Okay. Now what about security? Security features were introduced by whom? Already we know that from reusability concepts it has introduced. So under reusability, what they have done? They implemented so many features. Like what? Under reusability, what is the major features we have? Encapsulation, abstraction. So these, when they have introduced these classes and objects, we have security by using access modifiers. So class, public class, private class, protected class. Okay, access modifiers have been introduced. So reusability concepts were already introduced by whom? By C++. Like it came from C++. Now all the three drawbacks as resolved by whom? Java. Now the question is, why we need to go for .NET? Because C++, Java, if you are learning, we need to learn that particular language. But if you come for .NET, what .NET is? So why we need to go for .NET? Why .NET? Because it is not a single programming language. .NET is a programming languages. Now what do you mean by collection? Collection means what, you know? It supports both Microsoft programming languages Delphi, COBOL, yes, Pascal. Okay, so these are the non-Microsoft programming languages. So it supports what? So what is .NET means? చెప్పారా క్లాస్ లేదని చెప్పారా రోజు రక్షాబంధనే కదా యా let's start. So what is .NET means? .NET is a collection of programming languages. Why we need to go for .NET when you have C, C++, Java means? I said C has got some drawbacks. What are those? Platform dependent, security and reusability. Okay, so then after C, what is the next programming language we have? C is designed by Dennis Ritchie. It was came into the picture in 1970s. After C, C++ came, it was designed and developed by Startup in 1980s. So C has got three drawbacks: platform dependent, security, reusability. Out of these three drawbacks, only two. So we have three drawbacks. So C++ came into picture to resolve all the three drawbacks, but it could not resolve two drawbacks. What are those? Platform dependent. I made it in red color. So platform dependent and security. So he resolved only reusability. Reusable means what? So if you are going to write once, you should be in a position to reuse by using classes and objects. Apart from that, we have encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism. So still we do have two drawbacks under C++. Java came and resolved platform dependent to independent. So next, security by using access modifiers, and reusability concepts were already introduced under C++. So everything is resolved under Java. Then why we are going for .NET means .NET is a collection of programming languages. So when I say collection, it has got wonderful scope. So you can write in Microsoft programming languages because .NET is designed and developed by Microsoft. So if you observe design and developed by Microsoft. So when did it came into the picture means in 2002. Originally they thought in 1998, named it as what? Simple Managed C. In 2002 they finally named it as what? .NET. Okay. Now .NET is what? It is a collection of programming languages. This collection supports what? Both Microsoft programming as well as non-Microsoft programming. So apart from this, what you can do? End of the day, what you will do after learning any programming language? You will develop. What you are going to develop? Application, or shortcut is app. So what type of application you are going to develop? Windows application, or console application, or standalone application. These are the names given to them. Second, Windows develop application, Windows application. Second, web application. Web consists of what? There are other web application consists of three things mainly. So front end. So here also we have two things under Windows application. What are those? Is CUI, character user interface, and GUI, graphical user interface. So what is UI character user interface consists of means command prompt. I'll show you. Graphical user interface. So what exactly these are, I'll show you now. CUI stands for what? Command prompt. Example, you want to create example, once again just giving a revision only. So if you want to create what? A folder under a desktop, so what you need to do, example, if I want to create under C drive, if I want to create one folder, example under C drive only directly, here I want to create a folder called, I want to name it as, so if I want to create, change the directory, what is the folder name is first C#, I want to name it as. Okay, there is no folder called first C#. If you want to search, you can search here. But once when I create it, see, first folder is there, but there is no first C#. Once when I click on this enter, so before that I want to say what? If you want to create mkdir, make a directory. So it has created. See, go and check for what? First C#. You can observe what? You can observe the time. You can observe what? See here. Now once again, if I want to create what? Change the directory to what, you know. So I entered into first C#. Now I want to come and create one more folder over here. Change the directory to, okay, first FIRST CSHARP. Now I want to say mkdir, make a directory called first folder, FIRST. See here, there is no first, but when I click here, you will get one folder. Yes. Now this is called CUI, command line interface. The interface is in the form of only commands. Now same thing, I want to go and create by GUI. What you will do, just click on, okay, click on shortcut. One second. Let me click on a new folder. So see here, this is GUI. GUI stands for graphical user interface, only buttons, and so this is more. So when you are going to develop using .NET, you can develop Windows applications. Under that you have CUI, GUI. Example, if you see here, calculator is what type of application? APP means what? It is an application only, but GUI based. So this is a GUI based application. Same way, Notepad is a APP, means what? Windows application. It resides only in one particular system. Without internet it works. It works within single operating system. And no need of internet. But that's the reason it is called what? These are single user applications, we call it as. Okay. Second, after that, what is the second application we have is web. Web consists of mainly front end or client side, which consists of what? Hypertext markup language. Front end consists of cascading style sheets, JavaScript. Okay. So next, apart from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, what are the other things we have is Angular, single page application we want to develop, React or Vue. These are all used for what? For single page application development. Next, backend, server side programming languages. What are those? We have C programming language, C++, Java, C#. Now we use C# only. I'll tell you why also. Python, PHP. There are so many things, but depending upon a backend language we use. Now databases. Now what are databases? Databases main purpose is what? To store the data. So SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle database. So if you see, they have their own reason why. I'll tell you. So if you want to develop a web means what? Applications using web. If you want to develop, we need what? Front end, back end, and database. These are must and should. If you are going to develop applications using, so this is one thing. So I create front end, now back end, server side, and the databases. I want to make another color. Now I'll show one big perfect picture so that you will get a clear concept why we are using these three things. So there is one application. Okay, what is that application? Is web application, most popular programming languages. So search for most popular programming languages. So you can see here. What you can see? Front end, client side. Yes. Front end or client side. So what exactly it consists of? So Google, Facebook, YouTube, these are all consists of what? Front end, client side with what? JavaScript. Everywhere you can see JavaScript. Means what? What about HTML, CSS? Where it is gone means, as I said, JavaScript consists of HTML, CSS. Then only, so you mouse over on anything. So alongside of HTML and CSS, you will come to know JavaScript. Otherwise, without HTML, CSS, we cannot develop applications. Is saying. Now go to backend. Backend server side also. Where is backend? Yeah, backend. So first C, C++, Java. So same. When Google 98, when they found Larry Page search engine, they found what? First they kept with C, then migrated to C++, then to Java, now Python, Node.js. They were continuously migrating for faster development. And the databases they are using is Bigtable and MariaDB. Okay, so same way. What is the other thing? Databases. Now SQL Server is what? Microsoft SQL Server. Why did I say Microsoft SQL Server means? Now let us understand. So under our top 10, we do have two programming languages which are purely of Microsoft. One is Bing. Mouse over on it and see. So Microsoft Bing means what? It is a purely Microsoft Bing. A search engine owned and operated by whom? Microsoft. It clearly says what? It is a application which is developed by using C# and C++, Microsoft programming language, and the database is Microsoft SQL Server. Now it's time for us to understand what are those C#. So if I want to develop web application, if I want to develop mobile application, if I want to develop Windows application, under .NET, what is the thing I need? I need C#. Why C#? Because it is a programming language. Second, ASP.NET we need. What is the purpose of ASP.NET? ASP stands for Active Server Pages. Okay, so ASP stands for Active Server Pages. When you are going to communicate with it, what exactly we want is, so it is a web application tool. It is a web application tool used to develop web apps. Next, ADO.NET, ActiveX Data Object stands for. What is the purpose of it? It is a communication tool. Use it to develop, use it to communicate, or use it to communicate with front end, ASP, and back end, SQL Server. Okay, this is a wonderful concept. So next, what we have? SQL Server. What is SQL Server? It is a database. Use it to store what? Use it to store data into the database. So this is a major concept of what? Introducing SQL Server. Okay. Not only this, I'll show you once. So if you see here, front-end application mainly consists of, as we discussed, if you open here, Bing is one website, no? What is the programming language? C hash. And what is the database? Microsoft SQL Server. Do we have any other website? Yes, we do have. What is that? MSN, Microsoft. You can say Microsoft Word. So Microsoft. What is the programming language? C sharp. Yes, C sharp. It is a programming language. Next, ASP.NET. Yes, web application tool.